Hey everyone, welcome back to 82 Toothpicks, the show where every movie is an estate planning movie. Just a quick note before we start. We're taking a short summer break, so we're stepping away from new episodes for a few weeks to rest up and get ready for what's next. New episodes will start back in August. But we didn't want to leave you with nothing all summer. So while we're out, we're replaying some of our favorites. The ones we keep coming back to, and the ones newer listeners may have missed. This week, Ethan, Amber, and Thad look at the estate planning themes in A Beautiful Mind, the true story of mathematician John Nash, a genius whose schizophrenia makes it harder and harder to tell what's real. We're talking about mental capacity and what it means to be able to understand and make a decision. What happens when that capacity comes and goes, and who gets to step in when someone can no longer decide for themselves. Now sit back, enjoy this one. We'll see you in August with brand new episodes.
Welcome to 82 Toothpicks. I'm Tad, and I'm joined by Ethan. Ethan, I just want to check. Do you see her right now?
I do.
It's just, okay. We're not joined by Jocelyn today. We're joined instead by Amber. Amber,
Hi.
welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks.
You were with us on The Greatest Showman episode, and you enjoyed it so much that you agreed to come back for this week's episode.
I sure did.
What are we talking about this week?
A Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful Mind. Had either of you seen this movie before we...
Yeah, this is one of the few movies that I purchased
What do you mean?
in my youth. So this movie came out in 01.
Okay.
01. It won Best Picture
Mhm.
in 01. And I own probably a handful of DVDs from that kind of late 90s to early 2000s
Sure.
era. And this is one of them. I have this one. I have Beautiful Mind, or I have Saving Private Ryan. Just a handful of them that I just really liked.
Okay.
And I don't have a lot of movies, so
So this one made the
this
cut.
one made the cut.
Are
Okay.
you like someone who watches movies and then rewatches them? And
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Had you seen this one before, Amber?
I saw half of it and then I don't remember. I didn't see the ending for some reason.
Okay.
I had to like stop it.
So
I
where
think
did
and then like go drive somewhere.
where did
Like,
you
I
have to
didn't-
stop it?
Oh goodness. I
Because
don't-
there are really bad places to have to stop this movie.
Yeah, because halfway through I was like, "What's going on?" Because I remembered the first half. I don't.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just one of those things. Like there's this middle third of this movie where it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And if you don't get through that to the good part at the end, it's like this guy is the worst. He's never going to get better.
Yeah, I don't think I even saw the baby, like them have their baby.
Oh wow.
I think I stopped before that.
Okay.
So,
So it was kind of like I watched it for the first time again.
I was watching this with my folks, and my mom had never seen this movie before, and it gets to the point where they give him the diagnosis, and he's being treated for it, and he's on his medication and stuff, and my mom was like, "Oh, I'm glad he got better," and I was like, "There's an hour and a half left. Like, we're not close to the conclusion of this movie
Right.
yet."
And also,
Yeah,
I'm not sure that was better.
no,
I mean,
no,
I like your mom a lot, but he was not better.
no,
Things were far worse for him
absolutely.
in those moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. Because I think I made the remark, like, once he got on his meds, he was just like a shell of who he was before.
Yeah, there's that horrible scene of him like holding his son, and he's like completely
Just,
zoned
like,
out
yeah.
mentally.
Like, yeah, his wife basically, like, lost her husband.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
he
how I
wasn't
felt this
there.
week. Just zoned out, just so tired from holding a baby.
You're just a shell of
Dude.
who you once
I'm
were.
just exhausted lately.
Dad's getting 7 hours of sleep a night.
It's very low for me.
Put in the comments
You're
how many of
so
you get
lucky.
7 hours of sleep a night or more.
Comment
Because
down below.
I'm averaging less than that most weeks.
This week's. There's a twist in this movie where you find out that everybody that he had been seeing are figments of his imagination, right? They're delusions.
Mhm.
Having not seen the end of the movie, did that surprise you at all?
I think what happened is Luke and I watched it first together, and then he watched it without me later because I think some friends wanted to see it. And he had told me, like, hey, there's like a weird twist. Like, some of those people aren't who you think they are. So I like had that in my mind. But I really loved his roommate. And I was like, I
Charles.
kept saying, I was like, he is
The
so
prodigal
kind.
roommate
He's so kind to
returns.
him. He handles like all his little weird little quirks so well. Then I found out he wasn't real, and I was like, oh, that's a bummer. Because he was so nice.
Yeah. He really got him out of his shell, right?
Yeah.
I mean, John's very self-aware throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But he has this guy who prompts him to do things like leave your room, go out with your friends, like go play a sport, whatever he's doing. And I wonder if some people have this, like they need somebody else to promote them to do something, even if they're the ones making up that persona, right?
Sure.
Mm.
Yeah, I find the interactions he has with his cohort. I wouldn't even call them his friends really necessarily, but at least initially his cohort and the guy he's in competition with for the top positions and all of that stuff. There's a lot of bravado, even from John Nash in those scenes, and then that's not it. Like it just falls apart when he interacts with somebody outside of that cohort, right? And I just found that so interesting. And then to think about his delusions representing the missing, what he probably thinks of as the missing parts of himself, right? He talks about not having a lot of friends or interacting with women because he's not good at it. He just is too direct. He's too blunt, and his at least Charles is not that. He's very effusive, right? He's the poet. He's everything John Nash isn't. It's a really interesting, like you said, it brings him out of his shell, but he's the representation of all those qualities John doesn't have.
Yeah.
I think my biggest questions with this movie is Alicia. Like, what about John did she like? Because at one point he said this is usually where women like break up with me or leave me or something like that.
Yeah.
And she
Are you gonna
decides to
slap
stay
me
with
now?
him. Yeah, exactly. But for some reason she sticks around, and I don't understand. Like the movie doesn't do. I don't know if it does or doesn't do a good job of showing like the reasons she stuck around, but constantly I was like, that's it. That's her last straw. And then she kind of sticks it out.
Yeah. I don't really question that relationship so much.
Sure.
I mean, there's just people are weird, and what possible reason could there be for John Nash to end up with a wife who loves him that much? I don't know, but he did.
I mean, he's not a bad guy though.
No.
He's got quirks, and if you fall in love with the quirks,
I mean, if you're anywhere on social media these days, he's got. I mean, everybody who uses social media from Gen Z is going to say he's on the spectrum, right? I mean, he presents that way, and probably diagnostically, he probably is. Except he's a super genius, and it's just unreasonable to have to pigeonhole somebody that way.
Yeah,
you're right. He's just a quirky dude, but he's super, super smart. And I mean, the man came up with the equation to describe. I did not remember how awesome this movie is. I just didn't. I have it, and I could not recall how good this was, and it was awesome.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, what's the story, Amber?
The story of the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, it's about John Nash.
Yep. This movie's been out since 2001, so don't worry about spoilers. Anybody who hasn't seen it, that's on them.
Yeah. Yeah, go watch this movie.
For real.
Okay, it's about John Nash. And it starts with him in college, and he's really trying to set himself apart from his peers because he wants to come up with an original idea. And he does, and he comes up with the Nash equilibrium, which Luke said he learned about in school in his like economics classes, which is really cool. And then he goes on to be a professor, and he meets a girl and falls in love with her and marries her. But they learn kind of together that he's schizophrenic, and he sees his roommate that he thought he had during college. And then he sees this like big brother figure who like employs him through the government to do like
big brother, like shadowy government figure, not big brother, like his older brother.
Right. Thank you. And he employs Nash to kind of do like this spy work and like crack codes in the newspapers and look for a bomb that the Russians are trying to set off somewhere in the United States. So he does that, and in doing that, he kind of like ruins his career as a professor, and then he has to get institutionalized and treated, and his wife sticks by him that whole time, and then he kind of fights like, do I take the pills, do I not, and like how does his life look different if he does go on the medication. And then at the end, he's really old, And he gets nominated for the Nobel Prize.
He receives
Yeah, he
the
And
wins
then
Nobel
he
Prize.
receives the
Mhm.
Nobel
Yeah.
Prize.
And
which
then,
is
and
really
then you get
cool.
to see him as a professor. And yeah,
And
oh,
he
man,
does-
That's
yeah.
so good.
And he learns how to kind of battle the schizophrenia and how to decide what's real and what's not. And it's still hard. Like at the end of the movie, he's old and he still sees those same characters.
And they look the same,
Yeah, they don't age,
Yeah.
which is kind of funky.
that's his thing, right? When
Mhm.
he has this kind of moment of clarity, he's given up on his meds. He fell back into the delusions and he's working for the government again. And his wife finds it and goes and tries to call the psychiatrist that was treating him. And one of his delusions shows up in the room and is going to shoot his wife. And so he tries to save her from this guy that's not actually there. And then she leaves and she takes the baby and she gets in the car and she's about to drive away. And he has this whole series of flashbacks. And he realizes this little girl, her name is Marcy,
Mhm.
that he's been seeing with Charles for years and years, is always the same age. And that's the moment where he says, she never grows old.
Mhm.
And that helps him
Yeah.
overcome those delusions.
Yeah, that was really powerful. I like that. He's like out in the rain, he's screaming. He's like, she doesn't grow old. I was like, oh. That was a good
It's
scene.
so good.
Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. There's some good one-liners. Like there's a mathematical equation for how bad your tie is. Or when he's gonna play I can't remember the name of the game with the black
Is it
and white.
Go?
Yeah, Go.
Yeah.
Where he plays the game with his arch nemesis, so to speak, and I'm mortified, petrified, terrified, stupefied by you. I like it.
That was good.
I think my favorite line is when his friend comes to visit him at his house. And
Yeah, like his coworker,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the guy that he worked with. Yeah,
he's like, have a seat, but not there. That's where Harvey is. And he goes, oh, I'm
Do you see
sorry.
Harvey?
He goes, no, I'm just kidding.
I'm just messing with you.
What's the point of being nuts if you can't have a little fun?
That's right.
Right.
I have respect for beer.
With his shoes.
Yep,
That was
walking
funny.
barefoot through the library.
I liked the first time when his wife came to him and she's like, I saw that equation you put on the board. And he said something like, your answer is elegant, but in this specific circumstance, it's like
Ultimately
incorrect. Like the way he phrased that sentence was so,
very poetic.
yeah, it was poetic. I was like, that was kind of beautiful. And I don't know if it was supposed to be or not, but I liked that line.
Mhm.
Oh man, it's so good.
Do you have a favorite part of the movie?
The best scene in the movie to me is when he gets the pen ceremony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
Sure.
And because obviously I'd seen this movie a bunch of times, and I knew it was coming, and I looked at Amber and said, I'm getting emotional.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like this. Isn't new. I'm not surprised by this scene, and I'm like kind
I
of feeling it. Like,
I cried
wow,
watching that. Yeah.
how cool. And at the beginning when he just sort of dismisses it,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the end where they all do the pens on the table for him, and he's like, that was unexpected. Like it's the best scene in the movie to me.
So, fun fact about that scene: when Russell Crowe was interviewing John Nash to play the character, he invited him out for tea, and Nash said something like, "Well, is it East Indian tea or is it Cambodian tea, or what if it doesn't agree with my palate?" Like,
Right.
Crowe recorded it and then used it as they're walking into the pen ceremony.
Wow,
The guy says, "Let's have tea," and he incorporates that line.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
that's cool.
Huh. I like that.
What was your favorite scene, Amber?
The pen, yeah, I really liked the pen scene because that just felt very powerful and very like he's finally kind of getting the recognition I think he deserved in that. Man, I did not. Can I tell a scene I did not like?
Sure,
Yes.
please.
The shock therapy was awful.
Oof.
It's not shock.
It's chemical shock.
Penicillin.
I'm allergic to
I
that.
thought it was insulin.
Insulin, my bad. Yeah, it's insulin therapy.
So they
Really?
they shock him, but they shock his system. It's not electroshock. Yeah.
No, I did
So
not like
they're
that.
inducing a seizure. So it's like restarting his brain.
It's trying to reset how his
Oh.
brain signals fire.
I just figured it was electric shock because he was
Yeah, seizing.
reacting that way. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make it better. knowing
No.
that it, like,
No, it
almost
doesn't.
worse because they're
Yeah.
forcing this guy to have a traumatic brain episode 5 times a week for 10 weeks. Ugh,
Yeah.
that's horrible.
No, that
Mhm.
doesn't help. Oh, I really like the scene at the end where he was giving his speech once he won his
Mhm.
prize. That was really cool too, and to see his wife sitting there while he was talking.
Mhm.
That was really powerful. I liked. And then he's like, "Let's go home, young lady." That was cute.
There's a scene when he's older and he's working in the library, and a student comes up to him and recognizes him and basically asks to be tutored by him, and he offers him his sandwich because he doesn't like mayonnaise. It's like, when's the last time you ate? Here, have this.
Food.
My wife likes mayonnaise. Yeah.
And isn't that a great callback to his first interaction with Charles, or one of his early
Mhm.
interactions with Charles?
Yeah.
Right? He talked to himself, right? The delusion reminded him he needed to eat, but then he does that for these students or this student who came to learn from him.
Mhm.
I just thought it's a callback to a scene of the movie,
Mhm.
but then it's a delusion that is the one that told him he needed to eat.
Yeah.
It's those moments are so cool.
Mhm.
So one of the neat things they do throughout this movie is the delusions interact with the world, except they don't, right? Because they're delusions, so they can't. But in every single moment where you see the delusion do something, touch something, move something, it's either obvious that it never actually happened because somebody else comes in the scene and the door is shut or whatever, or the people that are walking through the halls, John opened the door instead of right. So, and if you go back and watch the movie again now and just look for all the things that the delusions are doing,
Yeah.
every single time they're not doing it, or nobody saw him do it.
Right. So like that scene where they throw the desk out the window.
Yeah.
Did John do that, or
Yeah.
did he imagine that happened?
No, John did that.
Because he had a desk then in the next scene. So did he get a new one, or did he just
Yeah, he
feel
got
like?
one.
Oh,
He got
okay.
one.
There's this scene where
Yeah, that makes sense.
John and Charles are walking across campus, and Marcy is running through pigeons, and none of the pigeons are reacting, even
Right.
though this girl is
Yep.
running through
Yep.
them. Yeah.
I didn't notice that. I gotta watch it again now. Now that I know what's going on.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Like every single
Details.
time when I can't remember the FBI guy's name.
I don't know. What is it, Walter?
Yeah, something like that.
Mhm.
Okay.
He opens John's office door.
Yeah.
But you never actually see him open the door.
Yeah.
John is standing there and the door opens, but
Mhm.
John is standing where he could have easily turned the knob and opened the door.
Huh. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just that's just one of those really cool details when now that you know what happens in the movie, you go back and you watch it again. It's like, oh wow,
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
The pigeons one was the first one I noticed.
Mhm.
Like the first time I rewatched it, I was like, whoa, I can't believe I didn't see that before.
So there's the three main delusions, right?
Yeah.
But then he walks into like the shed in his backyard, and it's a spy camp,
Mhm.
right?
Well, or when he first meets
Mhm.
that guy and they go into this warehouse that's
Uh-huh.
full of people doing spy work.
Yeah.
Or that car chase too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like it makes you wonder, like, yeah, there are these three imaginary friends, right? But at the same time, there's dozens of people that he saw all the time that did not exist.
Yeah, wild.
Mhm.
And when Alicia says, "Hey, those people aren't real," for him, it's like, what?
Yeah, they are.
Like I've interacted with them. I've
I mean,
had
obviously,
conversations.
he was my roommate. What's
Yeah.
the matter with you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's so. I don't know. Has anybody ever told you anything where you were like, that can't be the case?
Yeah.
Do you have a specific like story that comes to mind with
Yeah.
that? What is it?
So my family was gonna go like shopping or something, and one of my brothers comes downstairs, and I swear he was wearing a white shirt.
Come.
Okay, he's like filling up his water bottle, whatever. A minute later, I turn and I look, and he's wearing a different colored shirt. And I was like, Cody, did you change your shirt? And to this day, he claims he didn't. But I was like, I swear you were wearing a white shirt. And he still brings it up. He's like, remember when you thought I was wearing a white shirt? I was like, because you were. I think he snuck away and changed it on me. But then now he's like making me feel like it didn't happen. That's not quite the same thing. Maybe it is. I don't know.
No.
Well, but
That's my
it's-
example.
You're so certain of something true,
Yeah.
and the people around you are like,
That didn't happen. Everyone
No.
says he didn't wear a white shirt. And I was like, he did. He had a white shirt. I know exactly which one it is. He'd go into his closet and pick it out.
minds can play tricks on us, right?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Do you want to dive into our game?
Sure.
It's a little bit unconventional compared to the other games that we've played.
Thad's trying something new.
Typically, as I do, typically we will play a game that is directly related to the film itself, right? But as we talked about earlier, Nash created all these theories that have really influenced how we think about the world today, right? One of the things he's most recognized for is being a major contributor to what we call game theory now. So he kind of references this in the movie, and they have this woman who walks into a bar with all of her friends, and the guys are discussing that if we all go for this woman, none of us are going to get her. And then if we all go for her friends, they're all going to be rejecting us because they were second choice.
That's Nash's whole theory, right? Absolutely. He says, if we all go for the blonde, nobody gets the blonde. Mm-hmm. And then if we all then go for her friends, nobody gets any of the girls because they're offended because we went for the blonde first.
Exactly.
And then he says, if we all go for the other girls, then everyone goes home with someone except the blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a game that I did not create, but it's called Prisoner's Dilemma. The idea is that you two are facing one another, and both of you in this scenario have gone in on a crime together, and you were both arrested, and you both have the opportunity to get out of this, right? As long as you cooperate with each other. Okay. The options you're going to have are going to be cooperating with each other, as in you're being interrogated and you have to tell the same story, right? One of you can defect, meaning you're ratting the other person out. But then if both of you rat the other person out, we have the stalemate where you both go to jail. Okay. So here's how this is going to work. I gave you each folders, so you can't see which option you're picking. I know it's kind of hard to explain over a podcast, but I'll kind of narrate as we go. On the count of 3, you're going to pick cooperate or defect. And then if you both choose cooperate, I'm going to assign you both 3 points. If one of you defects, right, meaning rats the other out, and one cooperates, the one who defects gets 5 points. And if you both defect, you both get 1 point. Okay? We are racing to 10 points. See what I mean? So this can be over in 2 moves. Okay? Or it could go on a lot longer than that, depending on what you pick.
Yep.
Okay?
This could be a long podcast episode.
2 moves. 2 moves isn't that long.
What if we both are just stubborn?
Then it'll take a long time. All right. So I made a little cheat sheet in case you guys are curious on how this works again. I'll show you each. It's exactly what I described. You just have to pick one or the other. And then I'll just keep track of points here. All right, ready? Again, on the count of 3, you're choosing one or the other. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, both of you get 3 points. Let's go. Set up my little scorecard here. And 3 and 3. All right. That's it. That's round 1. Why'd you guys both pick cooperate there?
It felt like the safest way to start out.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to throw Ethan under the bus right away.
I play games, Thad.
Okay.
And I don't know Amber super well because she's still pretty new, but I kind of know Amber.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Ha!
6 points. So they both picked cooperate again. If we do this again,
I feel like I can see him flip the paper over. I'm not going to look.
It's okay.
Close your eyes. You can.
Close my eyes.
What this tells me is that neither of you want to win. There's not a bunch of competitiveness here. But, okay. Round 3, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I dropped it.
It's okay.
Oh!
Both defect. 7-7. Okay.
Every time we do it, though, it gets harder.
Does.
Right?
Does.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that? What's he going to do?
Yeah.
What was she going to do?
Yeah.
Well, now I don't know.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm ready.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
No!
8. All right. You guys have matched every single time.
What
on
if we
this
tie
one,
at 10?
What if you tie at 10?
Yeah.
You're both winners, I guess.
Woo!
In that scenario, you both win.
He's just rustling this paper over there.
Alrighty.
Just messing with you.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my gosh.
almost want to do this throughout the office and see if there's like a duo that could like
Finish it in 2.
yeah, who can win this game the quickest. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, there it is. There's the. Why'd you pick cooperate on that one?
I just figured we did defect too many times.
You just got bored.
Yeah, I was like, I'll flip it around.
Okay.
I lost it.
Ethan wins.
Good job, Ethan.
12, or sorry,
14 to
9. Yeah. There it is. So that's game theory, right? Like you don't know what the other person's going to do, but you know, there's a way to take advantage of that.
Yeah. So the premise is if everybody cooperates,
Sure.
everybody's boat rises.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And laissez-faire capitalism and Adam Smith
Mm-hmm.
says every man for himself, right? And so that means that if I make a decision in a moment that's the best decision for me, accounting for nobody else,
Mm-hmm.
that could end up hurting not just me, but also everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But if I make a decision that is good for everybody else, and so does everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
then we're all deciding and we all go up.
Yeah.
The problem is if one person doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
it messes it up for everybody else.
Yeah.
It's just such a fascinating, right? That's if we all go for the girls, the girlfriends, nobody gets the blonde, but we all have a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Cool. I know it was a different game than we usually play on this
Yeah,
podcast,
no, it's
but
fun.
it is kind of
That was fun.
an interesting.
And related to the movie.
Sure.
Yeah, it's cool.
Even though I lost, whatever. It's fine.
Whatever.
It's fine.
John Nash is a genius. Obviously he's a genius, but I have a head for numbers. I was an English major in college, and I still went and took all the way through one class shy of a full math minor because I love the way numbers work.
Yeah.
He was writing in his first classroom that they showed him in as a professor. He was writing an equation on the board, and I recognized what he was writing.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
good for you.
he said multivariable calculus, and he was writing sums. It was right. Sum is x approaches infinity, and yada yada yada. But because it's multivariable calculus, there's 3 different things that can change in the equation, and so as x approaches infinity, what is y doing? What is z doing? Like it's so complex, and then he puts it on the board, and he turns around and says, "Some of you will take all semester to solve this question. Some of you, it will take the rest of your natural lives."
Yeah.
And he's just writes it on the board. Like, this dude is so frickin' smart.
Mm-hmm.
To come up with an equation that defines competition. That is what he is known for.
Yeah. Holy
cow. And I have a different appreciation of that today than I did when I saw this movie the first time.
Sure. That's good.
It's just so cool.
He uses this line. He says, "This class is going to be a waste of your time. And infinitely worse, it's a waste of my time."
I love that. He's just so blunt.
Oh man. Yeah. My watch experience this time was so different. And it's just I think that's probably why I think this movie is so good.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I knew it was coming, and it still got me over and over and over again.
Does it have anything to do with estate planning?
I wonder. What do you guys think?
Amber, I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Oh, I didn't study.
You've been here a couple of weeks now.
I didn't
right?
study. Okay, hold on.
So you've been hearing us throw some of these terms around the office, right? Talking about a little planning. You've been in on a few meetings.
I sure have.
Is there anything in this movie where you thought, oh, we might deal with something like that at work?
This is really rude of you. You should have let me
Oh,
prep for
sorry.
this. No, it's okay. I'll be fine.
So I want to know what you guys think.
Sure.
Because obviously the premise that every movie is an estate planning movie is something that I have been saying for a long time.
Sure.
I'm going to be so for real. This one was hard for me because I was on The Greatest Showman last time we did the podcast, and that was really easy. That was about what are you leaving for your people? We talked about legacy a lot during that one, right? But he has one son, and it didn't really focus so much on the legacy for his family. He left a legacy in the world of economics for sure, and the equation that he created. I was just so more focused on like the emotional part of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, what's going on in his brain, what's going on in his wife's brain. Like, I don't know.
So
This one was trickier for me.
I got about a third of the way through the movie, and I was like, I'm still not sure how I'm going to find estate planning themes. And in like 5 minutes later, I was like, oh, obviously.
There it is. Yep.
We're a little behind the scenes of The Office. We're developing and working through as a team a new training on capacity and who is the client and who is allowed to make decisions and who are we allowed to communicate with for confidentiality and all of those things, because those issues become harder and harder and harder. The more family that gets involved and the more, or rather the less capacity that particularly an older person has. Do you guys know what it means to have capacity? No?
Sure. So it's the idea that you can consciously make a decision for your own best interest.
Sure. That's good shit. I mean, that's probably 70% of it.
Okay.
Capacity, at its most basic, is the ability to understand a decision or perform an act.
Okay.
Does John Nash have capacity? And does his capacity stay the same through the whole movie?
Yes, and then no. That's how I feel like I'd answer that.
Okay. What do you think, Thad? Thad does our initial consult, so
Sure.
he's got a little bit different take on this than Amber does, because he encounters this a little more directly.
Sure. There's a really unique scene where John is sitting in his bedroom and Alicia is by the stairs, and she's saying, if you don't volunteer to go with the psychiatrist, then he has paperwork ready that will allow me to
Commitment
forcibly
papers.
commit. Yeah.
Yep.
And he says, if I go there, I'm never going to come home. And I can figure this out if you give me enough time. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the question of capacity is the psychiatrist was ready to say he's not capable. And his wife was ready to say he isn't capable. But she believes him by rejecting the paperwork and saying, okay, we can figure this out. So she is acknowledging that he is making his own decision and still in control enough, right?
Mm-hmm. Or capable of regaining control.
Yep. So does he have capacity? I'm gonna say yes.
It's a good answer.
Okay.
There are moments in the film where he doesn't.
Okay.
Right. He walks into the room with the general, like the military installation, and because they want him to help them figure out this code, the Russian code. And he stands there, and he stands there, and he stands there, and the guys in the room are walking around. They're looking at him, and they're looking at each other, and then they end up with their jackets off, and they're all sitting around waiting for him to do something. And then he breaks the code. He has capacity in that moment, and then he sees the FBI guy. And he says, "Who's Big Brother?"
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I called him Big Brother.
Yeah. And then he goes back to his office, and all of a sudden, he's incapable of performing his job because he's obsessed with finding patterns in newspapers and magazines, right? Periodicals. And his capacity ebbs and flows, right? It waxes and wanes over the course of that middle third of the movie, where he starts and he's the smartest man in the room, every room he walks into. And by the time his wife finds out that he's a paranoid schizophrenic, he can't function anymore. And then they treat him and he gets on his meds. Does he have capacity when he's on his meds?
No, he loses function.
He can't think. He can't feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, arguably, he's worse when he's on the meds. Like, how fascinating is that? And then he has that moment where, so he stops taking his meds. He goes out to this shed out in the woods, and he's doing the conspiracy theory stuff again. And he has this moment we talked about earlier where he realizes that Marcy never gets old, and he regains capacity in that moment. And now he says, I can figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
And he realizes what's been happening, and he realizes his whole life he's got these apparitions that no one else can see. And from that moment forward, his capacity strengthens and strengthens and strengthens over the course of the movie, until at the end, when he says to the student leaving his class,
You see him.
"Can you see him?"
Yeah, that was
And she's
funny.
like, "Yes."
He says, like a diet of the mind, I have to choose what I indulge in.
Yes. Powerful sentence. Wow.
No kidding.
That's heavy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That must be so exhausting. All day, every day.
He said the more he ignored them, the easier it got.
Right.
Like
'cause,
an
they
addiction.
they wouldn't
He
come
talked
up
about it
so
in those
close to
terms.
him anymore. I noticed that in the movie too. But
Yeah.
originally when
When
he
he sees
first
them, they're
started
far
doing
away.
that, and like his roommate was getting up in his face,
Yeah.
and that was.
Can,
That must
can
have been
you
hard.
imagine? You can't, because it's a delusion, right? There's no way for us to relate to something of that extreme.
Sure.
But he goes and gets a radium diode inserted in his arm, and it's all a delusion.
Yeah.
And then he's in the hospital. And he's trying to find it, and it's
Ugh.
gone, and it dissolved into his yeah. How do you have a delusion that somebody put something semi-permanent in your arm, and then wow,
Mm-hmm.
he comes out of it and he figures it out, and it's that to me is the beauty of this movie. His story is overcoming something. His strength is his mind, his weakness is his mind, and the way he overcomes it is his mind.
Mm-hmm.
And he overcomes both, because the strength is holding him back at the beginning and the weakness is holding him back at the end. And in both cases, he overcomes. And it's just like, I'm getting goosebumps again.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so cool.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate growth mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I really thought the title was very appropriate for the movie because of that.
Yeah.
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 Because
for sure.
beautiful, I think, is a good word for that.
So estate planning themes,
Yep.
definitely capacity is a big one.
Sure.
Like the whole movie
Sure.
is about his ability to understand a decision and perform an act. And by the end, now it's about him building his legacy or leaving his legacy, because he's not really necessarily intentionally trying to build that legacy. At the beginning, he's looking for his unique idea.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, he's just trying to share the knowledge.
I don't know. I don't have much more to say. It's so good.
All right. I have a rating system where I rank every movie on a scale of 0 to 10 based on 3 major categories. If it made me laugh, if it made me cry, and if it made me think, with a bonus point for that intangible quality some movies have that would make me watch it again. So, Ethan, I'll let you start this time. You usually don't start us off. So tell us how you would rank this movie.
So this is an interesting one because it's got that twist in the middle.
Mhm.
And once you've seen it, that twist isn't there anymore, right?
Mhm.
You're not surprised. You know that when he meets Charles, it's a delusion. You know that when he meets Big Brother, when he meets Marcy, it's all delusion.
Mhm.
And it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
This movie made me laugh a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Many times a wry chuckle,
Mm-hmm.
more than a laugh out loud. This is a comedy.
Sure.
So I'm going to give it a 3 for cry, because
Sure.
it did. Like I mean, I wasn't weeping, but I was emotional in
Mhm.
a couple of those scenes. I'm going to give it a 3 for think,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. And I'm going to give it a 3 for laugh, and I would watch it again.
Whoa.
Ooh.
I said to Amber
Whoa.
last night, this might be a 10 for me.
There you go.
Wow.
I love this movie.
Found it. Is this your first 10?
Nah, well, we have to record one more tomorrow. That's going to get a 10 from me too. But
Okay.
yeah,
I love it.
It might be my first 10,
Yeah.
because I don't think Lion King got a 10.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Shawshank might have. I'd have to go look.
Okay.
But maybe that one is just a 9.
Okay.
Yeah. I love this movie. I mean, it's a Best Picture winner.
For sure.
Yeah.
Won like 4 other Oscars too.
Yeah.
didn't
I think it got 4 Academy Awards. Is
Yeah.
what the front of the DVD says.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I love it.
All right, Amber, you're up.
Okay. I would also give it a 3 for cry.
Come.
Because I cried at the pen ceremony, and then I cried when he was making his speech when he got the Nobel Prize.
Talking to his wife.
Yeah. And then other times too, just during the movie, I was like, no one understands him. And I just felt so bad. I was like, so he just needs a hug.
Well, and when he leaves his baby in the bathtub,
Oh my gosh, I was stressing out. I was like, that baby's gonna.
Thad's like, dude, you don't do that.
Charles was watching him.
I gave my baby a bath in my sous vide the other day. Did I tell you this?
No.
So, okay.
That's a story for later. We need to get Amber's ranking.
It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, 3 for cry.
Think.
Yeah, sorry. I would give it a 3 for think,
Mhm.
because I don't understand the math part of it. So the whole time I'm like playing catch up with like the math part of it. but then I was thinking a lot about, like I mentioned, the emotions and how that affected people. I might give it a 10 too, honestly, the way this is going. I would watch it again, so there's that one point. And then, what's the other one? That
Laugh.
Yeah, I laughed.
I have respect for beer.
I did. Okay, yeah. It's getting a 10. I laughed multiple times.
There you go.
Wow. Look at that. That was easy. I don't even think I gave The Greatest Showman a 10.
No, I don't think you did either. But
I
you
don't
also
think it
said
deserves a 10.
that wasn't your favorite movie. It was
Right.
a comfort movie, right? And that's different.
Nice.
For
Thad?
Yeah, I'm not too far off on you guys. I mean, Cry and Think are both 3s just because it's such an intense movie.
Yeah.
If anything, like you said, there are chuckles throughout the movie, but I just can't get to a 3 on Laugh.
That's fair.
I get close because I like that it breaks the tension, but I'll go 2 on Laugh. But I would watch it again, so I'm at a 9 on this one.
Awesome.
But
Very
again,
respectable 9.
it's. I mean,
This is one of the best movies we've
upper
watched on
echelon.
this podcast.
For sure.
Right? We've got Shawshank. We've got Forrest Gump.
Yep.
Beautiful Mind is absolutely right up there.
Yep, that's where I would put it. It's not Forrest Gump level for me, but it's precipice. It's right there.
Nice. Cool. I watched this movie and was like, man, this movie is good.
Yeah.
And I was excited for this podcast.
Oh yeah, cool. Any final thoughts or closing?
I don't think so. Amber?
Nope. I'm
Cool.
good. Thanks for having me again.
Of course.
Thanks
for
for being
joining
on.
us.
Won't be your last, I'm sure.
Yes. That's fine by me.
Cool. See you guys.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to 82 Toothpicks. This episode featured your hosts, Ethan, Jocelyn, and Thad breaking down the movie. Want more? Check out Ethan's book, It's Not Too Late, for insights on securing your own legacy. Visit us at heisingalaw.com for all things 82 Toothpicks, including past episodes and more. If you enjoyed the show, follow us wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. You know the drill. And remember, every movie is an estate planning movie.